It is done at last. The fate of Anakartos, the surrogate of all the colossal savagery, has been shifted. And as his fate was shifted, so is the fate of all the colossus.
What is it? What can I do?
Thou alone could do this, and as thou aided me, I am forever grateful. Thou hast freed this people. Thee, Anakartos, beckoned, at last, your faithful companion, Secondra, I beckon now. Her people will lead for the glory that lies ahead. Secondra will be praised.
We made it. And you've seen what has happened. The Hyperion soars within our city. We can never thank you fully for your strength. This armor is ancient, hallowed and strong, much like yourself beckoned. Take it. You have given us so much. I see the compassion and the influence the gods have had in my people's lives. My life. All along. What Arche said to me on our last day together, what Athene said as we escaped the Hyperion Temple just now, these are no accidents. Your arrival, our meeting, Anakartos' betrayal and finding Arches, these events were crafted intent. I see that now. And as you were beckoned to save my people, now I am beckoned to lead them. But I don't know if I can. She did. There is a legacy that I have left to fulfill, or so the goddess says. An old promise, but I mean to keep it. I may for a time, but only until there is one more suitable to lead. I have no taste for the office. But while I can, I should give this to you. No reward could truly thank you for your service, but we must try nonetheless. Now, let us return to the city together, beckoned. Let us see the fruits of your labor. Farewell.
What brings the beckoned to me on this day? You have seen Histus? I have not heard from him in so long. I was worried something had happened to him. What business has he sent you on? That fool! He is as oblivious and idealistic as the day I took him for my husband. Very well, I will see him after straightening out some affairs. Mine is the duty to safeguard the Colossi from any threat, so Secondra has charged all the guard. The Primos is the leader of our people in prayer and in other matters of life. They are appointed by Athene herself. She is the Primos now. Having served in the guard, I am certain that she will be a just leader. Tread carefully if you are heading into the sewers.
Good morning. What lies below is seen above. On this day, I see you. I am the Oracle of Idela Haladite, and I bear a message for you. It comes from the gods. With the Hyperion raised, my powers of divination are at their strongest. A new era comes. But as it does, the Marauders have worked grim magics that must be undone. One who is gifted with the insight of the gods enough to interpret their messages for those less holy. With the Hyperion raised, my power has expanded much in capacity. Enough to see the gods challenge for you. Built into this city and these lands are circles of sacrifice made by the Marauders and the fallen of our kind. They are an affront to our gods. My insights show that should the guardians of these circles be killed, the gods will leave great rewards for the ones that will help. Your abilities are great, and so is the reward offered. Face the first circle, the altar of doubt. A friend to the oracles, he kept the traditions of our people strong, but it might have been because he did not hear the gods as clearly. From a very young age, I understood things not clear to others. As I aged, I was offered guidance by our spiritual leaders, training my mind to accept the messages of the gods. This is how I am able to divine information to our people. Our gods have not forsaken us as you have shown. The time of their absence in our lives is over. Do not doubt it. Our city in the sky is home to me. I have walked these beautiful stones ever since I was just a little girl. We were chosen by the gods to shepherd their greatness throughout all of Amalur, but you will start us on that journey. They are colossi who have regressed beyond the point of saving. They seek savagery and oblivion only. Oracles divine the meanings of messages or visions from the gods. Anakatos did not ask for my service, but with him gone, I am free to resume my duty. Until we meet again.
Yes?
Hark! That face! So soft and flush. It is none other. The hero of the festival. The harbinger of joy. The beckoned has come in my hour of need. I'm preparing for a production of my latest masterpiece, The Humbled. With the city in revelry, there is no better time to launch the show. But I have been struggling to cast the performance. And it would be beyond sacrilege for me to do so when you are so close. Please, will you channel your divinity and tell me who Athene would have play my characters? I expected no less from the beckoned. I have narrowed my list of candidates to 3 performers. They are all of splendid tragedy and quality, but I shall require you to cast them in the proper roles. Their names are Rode, Ariope, and Zotigus. Seek them out, and take this manuscript. It contains all the information you need to cast the play. He was my mentor. I apprenticed as a tragedian under Andronikos. I sharpened his quills, blotted his parchment, and here I am today. I had written a piece for him, The Unanswered. Unfinished, but unplayable. It was too bitter. A greater subject for my work I cannot think of. How intricate my people are, with their vulnerabilities and strengths. I was a tragedian before I became the master playwright I am today, studying under Andronikos himself. No one knows more than I do about literature and colossi theater, except perhaps for Master Andronikos, but he is, unfortunately, no longer with us. I despair that he will never see the productions I have written since his passing. Despite all I have accomplished, I feel that I'm still working to crawl out from under his shadow. Perhaps with my newest play, The Humbled, I can finally do so. The fine establishment you see here is the Theatre of Andronikos. We tragedians and our loyal audience are the cultural center of Idylla. Questions of ethics, morals, and cultivation are explored through the metaphor of my plays. Entire worlds are created and destroyed on that stage behind me. Farewell.
Yes?
Beckoned. I have been hoping to speak with you since I heard of all you have done for our people. I have a task for you. One no one else in the city can perform. We have a plant in this city, the Evenroot. It was brought with the utmost care from our homeland. There was a special tender for the Evenroot, but he has passed. No colossi but the tender or his heir can care for the plant, so tradition dictates. The heir is en route to our city, but the Evenroot will die if it is not tended, and the heir is weeks away. Indeed you are not. No colossi but the heir may complete this ritual. But you are no colossi, are you? I must say, there was no greater relief than when I heard the Beckoned was an outsider. Oh, thank the gods. I have been at my wit's end for days trying to devise some way of appeasing all parties. It has not been easy. To water the Evenroot, you will require spring water from Njordr's font. This water is outside the city, along with the vessel to carry the water. Find this vessel, the amphora, and fill it with water from the font. Then bring the water to the plant and tend it. It is a ceremonial container and part of the Evenroot ceremony. It is kept near Njordr's font. Faith keeps most of our laws enforced, but I handle the ones not worthy of our god's close care. You will not lay eyes on a greater city in Amalur. It was a beauty on the ground, and is now only more beautiful that it has been raised into the clouds. It is a pure, clean mountain spring, named in honor of the god of water. It is the only source we can use when tending the Evenroot. Would that we could cut ourselves off from it entirely. But though few will call it such, this is our true homeland. Good day.
Yes?
and you return to me. I hope you are finding this work very well.
How long must we be tested?
Beckoned, I pray for you.
Everything. Welcome to the Idylla Market, Beckoned. Can I interest you in a freshly honed weapon? Mind the city's edges.
Beckoned, I pray for you.
Athene, guide your actions.
The Beckoned. Greetings. Many greetings, stranger.
Do you bring news from below? My brother? I would hardly consider Histis family anymore. He left that behind when he turned his back on civilization, like one of those marauders. What business has he sent you on, Beckoned? I suppose I have been rather hard on Histis. If he feels this is his calling, then I should support him as family. The ring is in my chest over there. Here is the key to open it. Yes, farewell.
I expected the Beckoned would arrive sooner or later.
Who's there? So you have completed the tasks, but I do not see Corina. Then her choice is made. Well, there is no more putting this off. I must take my leave. Well, the Jotun go with bare feet, so I will as well. Take my sandals, Beckoned. They may be of some use to you. Perhaps you are right. The Jotun are not exactly the most reasonable of creatures when it comes to outsiders. I suppose I could wait and observe them a bit longer before I make an attempt to live with them. Thank you for your help, Beckoned. You truly speak with the wisdom of Athene. Most find it completely inhospitable. Yes, the plan. Stay safe.
Amalur gifted them with Apothani heart, and the newly born Colossi found deliverance. And with the gods once more upon the mount, so did they surge towards the teeth of Naros, towards majesty.
Your prophet leads us to glory in your name. Blessed is the way of Kraos.
Hello, Beckoned. You destroyed all the urns? What a relief! Their dark magic will no longer be attainable by the trolls. You can withstand these magics. Perhaps you can make use of this artifact I've uncovered. A grim shield, but strong. Oh, already?
The Beckoned has come. You have watered the Evenroot. Thank you, friend. I can finally set aside the burden of this work. Without you, the Evenroot surely would have died before the heir arrived. Please take this ring for your part in helping me. And by way of advice, there is a wild variant of Evenroot in these lands. Water them like you did this one, and the rewards may be of use. There is a wild variant of the Evenroot that grows throughout the teeth of Naros. You should be able to harvest them, but they will need water from the amphora, just as the main Evenroot did. Since they are wild, they require less water, but after harvesting a few, you will have to refill the amphora to continue. Stay alert, Beckoned.
Please, do not disturb the tragedians in their work.
I hope Idilla is to your liking, Beckoned. I am not blind to the fact that our city has a troubled past. There is little we tragedians can do about it save continue to perform for our audiences. This is as much a temple as a theater, erected in the honor of the craft. There is no greater celebration of plays in all of Amalur. I have a sprawling range as a tragedian, I assure you, but I require the chance to prove it. Perhaps the humbled is my great opportunity. So you speak for him. Excellent. I was not aware he knew the Beckoned. Shall I audition now? Success! The might of giants will never compare to Athene's grace, esteem, and judgment ever fair. My, how grand that was! I've never felt so well with him before. The, time has come. Tomorrow we ride. To where do we ride? That is a good question. Let us, well, sleep on it. That was probably my best portrayal of him, I won't lie. Come at me, hero, and taste the sting of my blade. You mislead our people, I will end your crusade. A few kinks in that reed, I know, but I can work it out before the show easily enough. I'm sure the Beckoned is a decider worthy of his station. Whatever role you cast for me shall be the right one. Enjoy the theater of Andronikos.
You are the Beckoned. How are you finding our wondrous city? I am a tragedian of several years. I have often been cast as the villain, and I'm rather ashamed to find myself comfortable in such a role. Of course, you must exercise all of yourself to attain true strength. I long to try other roles, but I am unsure where to start. Stratton loves this place. I think he has some qualms with living up to his forebearer, Andronikos, but he still tries. While these halls are to serve as a home for all forms of the art of stage, tragedy is what usually abounds here. There are a few of us that devote ourselves to the art, mostly just the ones you see milling around here listlessly. I knew he was considering it. Very well. What role am I reading for? They shall look to me, and they will ask what will happen to the Myru of tomorrow. And I shall tell them... I shall tell them... Well, you get the idea at any rate. That was about what I expected. Destroy your adversary, hero. Split his head like a melon in the sun until he is dead. Dead! Yes, that rhymes. I've done it so many times. How could I have forgotten? Bow down, you pious ones. Your gods have left you weak. You clap on chains of faith, deserved by the meek. Rather fun, I must say. Wonderful. I shall await the casting results. You honor us with your presence.
Please, do not disturb the tragedians in their work.
Many greetings, stranger.
You'll find the tragedians here, in the theater. Excellent. Who have you cast in the role of the hero? Very well. And what about the role of the villain? I would have done the same. Excellent. What about the role of the Jotun? An interesting choice. I believe that completes the cast. Thank you for all you have done, Beckend. Farewell.
Any findings?
Many greetings.
Beckend, you're here! You cast the production wonderfully. Please, take this, just a small token of my appreciation. Though, I do have a final favor to ask of you. My narrator has failed to appear for her part. You must perform the final scene with me in her stead. When you hear the cue for the messenger, head onto the stage. Quickly, read the end of the manuscript I gave you. The messenger simply imparts the ending of the story to the audience. Remember, the play is largely improvisational. Just speak with the knowledge you have of our people. As the Beckend, you are sure to succeed in this. Farewell. Yes?
How may I serve?
Yes? 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 I almost did not see you. Yes?
And now, you die!
The justice you have brought to the altar of doubt pleases the gods. They have graced me with a vision of where to claim your due. Once you retrieve your reward, you will be able to move on to the next sacrifice at the altar of betrayal. Speak with me once more when you have made another sacrifice, and I will divine the location of another reward. The altar of betrayal is the second step in the journey. If one is not loyal to their beliefs, they will not have the strength to defend themselves. Until we meet again.
Blessings to you.
You will pay for that, what?
Can't hurt me, Rocky!
Greetings, Beckoned.
The gods are good to us.
The gods smile once more. They have another reward left for your troubles, and I have divined its location. Once you retrieve your reward, you will be able to move on to the last of these heinous circles, the altar of regression. Speak with me again when you have purged these foul magics, for the gods will make the location of their true gift known. The sacrificial altar of regression is the final step in the journey. It is meant to dispel the wisdom we have gained. From faith stems loyalty, and through loyalty, wisdom is earned. Until we meet again.
Crush your tender body.
Thank you for your dedication. The gods have divined the location of the final gift to me. You have proved your faith and loyalty to us, and derived great wisdom from these trials. Collect this last, rare item, and be at ease. The old ways have been treated with reverence due. Until we meet again.